to Deep Sleep Stories. Thank you to everyone who's been listening. If these stories help you relax or fall asleep, a short review, comment, or sharing the podcast with someone who might benefit is a simple and meaningful way to support the show so that we may continue to offer it for free. Now, take a slow, gentle breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories, a place where tranquility and imagination intertwine. Take a moment to settle into your space, feeling your body rest upon the bed or the cozy surface beneath you. As the day's busyness fades to a gentle hush, allow yourself a slow, deliberate inhalation, then exhale with ease. You are on the cusp of a soothing journey, one that invites you to explore a misty realm in Iceland, where Nebula Falls shimmers and the soft patter of rainfall lulls the senses. Feel your breath flow in and out, each inhale cradling your thoughts, each exhale carrying away any lingering tensions. In this moment, you are safe, unhurried, and free to drift on a current of calm. Close your eyes if you wish, and imagine the distant hush of water and a faint light shimmering through the mist. The air feels cool and crisp, as if brushed with the whisper of ancient glaciers. Let your breath align with this gentle rhythm. With every peaceful inhale, your body becomes heavier, releasing the day's concerns. With every slow exhale, your mind clears, settling into a welcome stillness. Slowly, the scene begins to form in your mind. Soft shapes, subdued colors, and the promise of a world awaiting discovery. You may notice a quiet anticipation curling through your thoughts. Allow it to remain warm and comforting, like a gentle lantern guiding you onward. Soon the story unfolds. Far, far north in a land shaped by ancient ice and gentle rain, a traveler named Iceland stands on the threshold of a misty valley. The day is neither dark nor bright, as thick clouds pass overhead, occasionally parting to reveal the faintest glow of a hidden sun. The landscape is serene, clothed in lush moss that blankets the rocks in a cushion of deep, soothing green. Here, the traveler's footsteps press lightly into the softened ground, each step producing a gentle squish as water seeps around Iceland's sturdy boots. The pace is unhurried, for in this place, time itself seems to glide in slow motion, guided by the hush of distant waterfalls and the steady patter of rain. Iceland has come to find Nebula Falls, whispered about by locals as one of the hidden treasures of this rugged countryside. The name evokes a dreamy image of cascading water bathed in glimmering light, reminiscent of the glowing clouds one might see when peering through a telescope at the starry night. Yet the journey is never rushed. Along the winding path, Iceland takes comfort in the subtle variations of the landscape. The rippling grass that sways under a fine layer of drizzle, the smooth stones glistening as water clings to their surfaces, and the faint scent of wet earth mingled with distant hints of lavender-like wildflowers. Each breath of this moist air feels like a gentle lullaby, encouraging the body and mind to sink deeper into relaxation. When Iceland pauses, the silence of the valley breathes in sync with the traveler's own gentle inhalations. The rain is not forceful, but rather a constant companion, tapping softly against leaves and trickling down emerald slopes. Near the horizon, pale mountains shape a serene backdrop, their peaks shrouded by low-hanging clouds. A quiet energy resides in this place, a soothing assurance that all is well. The traveler finds a small, smooth boulder to rest upon and closes weary eyes for a moment. letting the sounds of nature cradle the spirit. No hurry, no pressing demands, only the soft, rhythmic beating of droplets all around. As the journey continues, a slight breeze drifts across the path, carrying with it the lull of distant waters. A gentle shiver runs through Aelin, though it is not from the chill, but from a sense of awe at the vastness of the landscape. In the misty fields ahead, a herd of placid sheep grazes, their woolly coats adorned with beads of glistening rain. Their grazing is unhurried, a picture of contentment that mirrors the atmosphere. The traveler offers them a silent greeting, respectful of their calm presence. They, too, belong to the tapestry of this land, woven into the peaceful ambience that envelops all who wander here. Further along, the path gently dips into a narrow ravine, where rainwater drips from moss-laden ledges into a shallow stream that runs smooth and hushed. Each droplet seems to echo in the hush, creating a soft melodic tune, as though the water is humming a lullaby. The traveler is drawn to pause again, taking in the symphony of delicate notes. The stream, glistening in subdued light, flows patiently, reflecting a muted sky overhead. Aelin crouches to run a careful hand through the water, feeling its coolness spread through the fingertips, a reminder of nature's quiet, ever-present flow. As the afternoon drifts on, the clouds overhead shift in subtle patterns, revealing a few glimpses of pale sunlight that sparkle on lingering raindrops. In this flicker of light, Aelin spots a faint rainbow arcing across the sky for the briefest moment, so gentle it almost seems imaginary. Then, as quickly as it appears, it fades back into the mist, leaving only a shimmering memory against the clouds. A calm hush returns, as though nature is inviting one to simply observe and then let go of each transient wonder. The traveler lifts a gaze toward the now quieting sky, silently grateful for the tender beauty that has just been witnessed. Aelin resumes the journey, taking measured steps along a route that gradually ascends a low hill, each footfall met by the soft, spongy earth. The drizzle persists, but never harshly. It feels more like a welcome friend that gently envelops the scene. Small rivulets of water begin to crisscross the path, weaving silver threads through the moss and pebbles. Breathing deeply, the traveler inhales the crisp fragrance of rain-soaked leaves and ancient stones, the scent reminiscent of fresh beginnings and renewed life. Over time, a low, rumbling sound becomes noticeable, an intimate growl that hints at the presence of something powerful, yet kind, in the distance. Continuing onward, Aelin crests the hill and looks down to see a sight unlike any other. Nebula Falls. First, it's the sound that embraces the senses, a low, resonant roar that seems both distant and close, as though the air hums with anticipation. Then, the waterfall itself comes into full view. Water cascades from a high cliff, spreading into delicate, misty veils that shimmer in the cloudy light. The shapes these veils create appear to swirl, as though carrying traces of starlight or fragments of a hidden cosmos. Tiny droplets dance in the air, catching brief hints of any stray light and reflecting them like sparks of silver. The swirling patterns in the fall's heart, indeed, echo the luminescent spirals of a far-off nebula, lending this waterfall its poetic name. Down by the base of Nebula Falls, a gentle pool gathers, its surface rippling with the faint reflections of the surrounding cliffs. Tucked along the waterfall's edge, a cluster of delicate wildflowers sways in the mist. Their petals are drenched in an otherworldly glow, luminous drops clinging to every petal and leaf. Aelin stands in quiet admiration, feeling the calm presence of this place. The water's voice is not thunderous, but rather deep and soothing, like a tranquil lullaby, inviting everything to find stillness. The traveler makes a slow descent along a winding trail to be closer, drawn by the sheer peacefulness radiating from the falls. Reaching the foot of the falls, Aelin finds a well-worn spot on a smooth rock where travelers have rested before. Sitting down, it's as though the waterfall's gentle resonance merges with one's very breath. The damp air caresses the cheeks, a cool, delicate presence. The rain continues, soft as whispered confessions. Every passing minute allows the cares of the outside world to slip away, replaced by the mesmerizing hush of water upon rock. Here, time stretches, each moment a languid invitation to melt into the present. Aelin closes heavy eyelids and listens. The gentle hiss of water, the patter of rain, and the swirl of the breeze weaving through it all. In that space of pure calm, the traveler simply exists, unburdened and at one with nature's quiet power. After a while, a subtle shift in the soundscape emerges. The rain lessens, and the sky grows slightly lighter, casting a soft grey glow across the pool at the foot of the waterfall. Rising slowly, Aelin catches sight of a small path leading behind the curtain of water. Drawn by curiosity and still wrapped in a cocoon of serenity, the traveler takes a few careful steps, the feet guided by the watery music echoing off the rock walls. Beneath the gentle cascade, the waterfall's misty curtain parts just enough to reveal a small, hidden alcove. The space is cozily sheltered, protected from the open elements, yet constantly bathed in the waterfall's cool breath. Stepping into this alcove feels like entering a secret sanctuary. Smooth, damp stone forms natural seats, polished over centuries by the water's caress. Delicate ferns sprout between crevices in the rock, their fronds trembling each time the waterfall's spray catches them. A tranquil hush resides in this nook, and though the water's roar is near, it resonates like a comforting lullaby. Aelin runs a palm across the damp rock, marveling at its glossy texture. It's a reminder of time's slow, patient artistry, a testament to the gentle transformations that occur when water shapes stone. This place, hidden behind the falls, feels intimately linked to the broader cosmos, as if the swirling water might, at any moment, part to reveal a glimpse of starlight beyond. Eventually, the traveler carefully steps out from the alcove and returns to the open air. Overhead, the clouds continue their slow dance, shifting in color from deep gray to something lighter, almost translucent. Even the mild wind seems to calm, leaving the world quiet except for the constant lull of water. Aelin notices how each droplet on the wildflowers glimmers like tiny constellations, as though earth and sky have merged in this quiet corner of Iceland. The traveler breathes deeply, letting every muscle relax into the gentle hush. Each exhalation becomes an offering to the waterfall's mist, carrying away the last strands of tension. Beyond the pool, a narrow trail continues through the valley, meandering among moss-covered rocks and slow-trickling streams. Drawn by an instinct to explore further, Aelin follows it. The gentle ascent leads to a small plateau, where the tall grasses and scattering of stones offer an inviting place to pause. From this vantage point, Nebula Falls lies just below, its shimmering cascades glinting with the subdued light of the day. Tucked away near a cluster of ancient basalt columns, a simple wooden bench emerges into view. Perhaps left by other travelers or caretakers of the land, this bench beckons with the promise of a peaceful rest. Seated on the bench, Aelin is greeted by a panoramic view of the valley. The wide skies, the rolling green hills, and the melodious waterfall converge into a single tableau of calm. The air is saturated with moisture, soft on the lungs, and the subtle drizzle feels like a gentle blessing. Thoughts quiet further, replaced by a meditative calm that envelops mind, body, and spirit. This place, in its serene simplicity, offers no demands or expectations. It only invites one to exist in a present, unhurried moment where nature's tapestry whispers of peace, renewal, and connection. As late afternoon begins to drift toward evening, the soft Icelandic twilight settles in. The clouds, once a uniform grey, now glow with a subdued hue of smoky lavender and pale silver. Occasional patches of the sky lighten to reveal shifting patterns of color, faint shades of magenta and gold that mingle with the gentle gray. The rain persists, though only in the lightest drizzle, more like a mist brushing across the land. Aelin rises from the bench and continues along the trail, guided by the promise of a warm shelter in a nearby hamlet rumored to nestle close to the waterfall. Soon enough, an old wooden cabin appears around a bend in the path. Its walls are darkened by years of weather, and a small, welcoming glow flickers behind the window's glass. A thin ribbon of smoke curls from a modest chimney, signaling warmth within. Drawn to the comfort, the traveler approaches the door and gently presses it open. Inside, the air is softly lit by lantern light, revealing a humble interior with a single chair, a wooden table, and a small hearth. The faint smell of peat smoke drifts in the cozy space, blending with the sweet scent of boiled herbs. Aelin sets the pack down and removes waterlogged boots, grateful for this inviting refuge. In the corner, a simple mat and woven blanket await. The traveler lights a small lamp that casts delicate, dancing shadows on the walls. Outside, the lullaby of rain and distant water continues. Inside, the soft crackle of a tender fire in the hearth adds another layer to the evening's song. As Aelin settles down, muscles relax, and a gentle contentment fills every breath. The cabin feels like a guardian for weary wanderers, its walls imbued with the memories of countless nights of rest, sheltered from Iceland's quiet storms. Night gradually deepens, though in this northern land, the darkness can blend seamlessly with twilight, creating a timeless evening glow. Outside, Nebula Falls continues its eternal cascade, perhaps tinted now by the evening's faint light. On certain nights, so the tales say, the auroras might streak across the sky, reflecting in the waters to create a spectacle of swirling colors. Though tonight the sky is cloudy, the mind can still envision those cosmic lights dancing above the falls. Aelin closes heavy-lidded eyes for a moment, imagining how those vibrant ribbons might shimmer against the rocks, while the hush of the water carries the traveler deeper into serenity. A soft breeze presses against the cabin, stirring the air gently. The traveler rearranges the woven blanket to ensure extra warmth, leaning back against a worn pillow. The hush inside invites an unwinding of thoughts. Sometimes the mind wants to wander or spin stories of the day, but here, lulled by the patter of rain, everything slows. Even the traveler's heartbeat settles into a relaxed tempo, matching the rhythmic drip of water from the eaves. The flicker of the lamp's flame casts gentle patterns on the walls. The illusions they create resemble faint galaxies drifting across stone, as though mimicking the swirling waters of Nebula Falls in the hidden depths of the night. In time, A deep tranquility settles over the traveler. The hush of the cabin and the lullaby outside form a soothing tapestry. If the world beyond is full of movement and noise, it's forgotten in this gentle cocoon of warmth and rest. There's a comforting realization that all is provided for. Shelter, warmth, and the sweet lull of nature's presence. The soft glow of the lantern dims to a faint glimmer, the flame flickering more slowly, as if itself ready to sleep. Occasionally, a gust of wind shifts the drizzle into a gentle rapping against the cabin walls, like a quiet knock from the night sky. But it's never jarring. Instead, it feels reassuring, as though the elements are harmonizing in a cradle song. Elin nestles deeper under the blanket, eyes fluttering open and closed. Visions of falling water and drifting starlight linger in that quiet space between waking and dreaming. The gentle hush of the environment becomes a soothing presence, whispering that it's perfectly fine to let go, to rest, to trust in the tenderness of the night. As the night advances, the traveler's breath grows quieter, each inhale merging with the exhale in a seamless wave. The mind drifts back to the memory of Nebula Falls, to the swirl of mist and water dancing gracefully over ancient rock. A distant sense of wonder arises at how the water has flowed here for ages, shaping and reshaping this land, patiently carving a masterpiece. Yet the thought passes easily, without lingering. Another deep breath in and out, and the traveler's consciousness descends further into a gentle, floating serenity, as if cradled by the hush of the watery dreamscape. Outside, the rain softly persists, weaving its silver threads through the darkness. The memory of the hidden alcove behind the waterfall flickers once more. The cool air, the subtle echoes, the ferns gently trembling in the mist. All these recollections merge into a lullaby. Each droplet that falls resonates in the traveler's heart, encouraging deeper relaxation. When the wind occasionally sighs, it seems to say, "Rest, dear soul, for you are safe here." And so the traveler surrenders to the evening's gentle call, drifting nearer to the threshold of dreams. Meanwhile, in the valley, Nebula Falls continues its cosmic dance, painting invisible patterns against the night. Perhaps, were the clouds to part, faint stars would shimmer overhead, reflecting their light in the swirling waters below. The sheep in the fields nestle close together, their soft bleating hushed by sleep. Everything breathes in unison with the timeless pulse of nature. In that hush, all becomes one. The rolling clouds, the silver raindrops, the quiet creatures, and the traveler in a small wooden cabin, lulled by the song of the waterfall. Here, the night draws on without worry or rush, each moment an invitation to melt further into the land's soothing embrace. The lamp's glow finally grows too faint to notice, leaving only the soft glimmer of embers in the hearth. For a few moments, they pulse like distant stars in a night sky, then gradually fade into gentle darkness. The cabin rests in peaceful unity with the world outside, enveloped by the rain's persistent lull. In the stillness, the day's memories, the hush of the waterfall, and the distant hum of dreams swirl like a comforting nebula. Elin's breathing is slow and steady, as if already embarked on a voyage through the realms of slumber. And so the night carries on, cradling the little cabin and all who dwell within its wooden walls. The distant thrum of Nebula Falls merges with the soothing drizzle, creating a gentle chorus that resonates through the land, a chorus urging every restless mind to relax into the tranquility of the moment. In that resonant hush, the body feels weightless, the mind calm, and the heart content. The entire scene becomes a restful lullaby, coaxing every thought into soft, velvety quiet. The traveler's mind sinks into a deeply restful state, warmed by the memory of shimmering water and the kind presence of the valley. In these final moments of wakefulness, the hush grows even softer, each breath grows deeper, and each limb becomes heavier against the welcoming mat. If any lingering tension remains, it melts away into the drowsy warmth of the night. The gentle hush outside and the comforting shelter inside blend into a single atmosphere of rest, guiding the traveler, and you too, toward a profound and healing slumber. No rush, no worry, just the silent accord of rain, water, wind, and breath. May this hush envelop you now, dear traveler, as the day's cares drift away on the wings of a soft Icelandic breeze. Let your eyes close and your thoughts dissolve, replaced by a serene emptiness waiting to cradle your dreams. The world outside continues its gentle lull, and you are free to float upon a restful tide. Here, safe and enveloped in the quiet, you surrender to sleep's gentle invitation. In this place of mist and falling water, tranquil nights stretch effortlessly, and the warmth of the little cabin stands guard against the chill. Every sense of urgency has disappeared, replaced by a tranquil acceptance of the moment. Good night, dear traveler. Sleep well, enfolded by the soft echoes of Nebula Falls, and may your dreams carry you gently through the shimmering mist of this rainy, dreamy realm. May your rest be as deep and timeless as the ancient stones, and as soothing as the ever-flowing water. All is well. The night is calm, and you are free to drift into the sweetest of slumbers. Sleep peacefully now in the loving arms of this tranquil land. Good night,